I can feel your heart racing, 'cause everybody knows, yeah, everybody knows. And I can feel your body shaking every single touch. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. I find it so hard being addicted to your love. I find it so hard being addicted to your touch.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to my channel, Midas Touch by Wisteria. Thank you for clicking on the video and watching to the end. Hopefully this resonates with everyone. As you can see by the title of the video, we are going to be briefly talking about twin flames, soul relationships, soulmates, whatever you want to title them to be. They are real. But so what? Like, okay, they're real. Okay, you may have met your twin flame. Okay, you may have met your soulmate, but okay, so what? You know what's after that? You know what I'm saying? This is going to be mainly for the divine feminine or female or women. Just to give you guys encouragement. Any messages that I put out is definitely coming from a place of experience for myself, and the message may even be for me as well. But I've been hearing spirit like telling me, like, you know, go on and share, you know, your story a little bit and just giving encouragement to the divine feminine about these relationships that we are in or are in separation. These soul relationships. Now, do I have it all figured out? I don't. Am I figuring it out? Yes. Is it a process? Yes. Have I healed? Yes. Am I still healing? Yes. So this is not going to be bashing of men or the divine masculine, but it is going to be an encouragement for women as a whole. Okay. I did pull some tarot, and I also pulled from an oracle deck, which is the Crystal Angel Oracle deck. I like this deck a lot. And the tarot is from just the traditional Rider-Waite deck. So, do I want to start with this? No, I kind of want to start with the message. So, basically, like I said before, these relationships, they do exist. They are real. Okay? From my understanding and experience. When you come in communication or in contact, or I don't even want to say, well, I can say union. When you come in union with your twin flame or soulmate, it's not always an easy process at all. And I think we already know that, but I don't think this aspect of it is really talked about. I'm not saying that I'm the first to talk about this at all. There's other people that talked about their experience and the subject that I'm going to be talking about as well. So I'm not the first to come up with this, but I don't find a lot of people talking about kind of this aspect of it. What am I talking about? Basically, when your twin flame, your counterpart, is in ghosting mode or running mode, okay? This could be a long, treacherous, tiresome process when your twin flame is when you guys are in separation or the person is running. Now, it is said, usually, I believe this as well, that the women evolve spiritually faster than the men. So in most cases, the women are more spiritually inclined or has ascended more than the men on a spiritual level, and they have done more work. Okay, so not to say that men don't do their work and they're not ascending, they're not evolving, but usually women, we're just kind of more inclined to be at a faster pace, or we tend to just do our work. There's a lot of hurt women, there's a lot of hurt men, there's a lot of hurt men. Okay, a couple of years ago I had made a vow to myself that no longer will I bash men or talk derogatory towards them, or even put that energy out in the world about our men. Just hold space, pray for them, and uplift them, even if they're hurt or whatever the case may be, whatever walk of life they're from, it doesn't matter. I think our men needs more support. Sometimes they make it really hard. And that's just the facts, okay? They make it really hard. But that doesn't mean that I'm still not honoring that that vow that I made to myself, okay? So basically, once you meet your twin flame, like I said, you could be in separation, they could be running, they could be ghosting you, they could even be in other relationships as well. Now, you can label it as karmic, you can label it as whatever, you can call it a bitch hole, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's not her fault, okay? It's not her fault. That's part of their journey that they have to go through. So, if you are in a space of being angry or upset with your divine relationship partner, if you are upset with who they're with, if they're with someone, I would advise to release that, okay? Now, I know that there are situations out there where, the karmics or the other woman knows about you. She's impeding on you guys' relationship, whether it be on a spiritual level, or whether it be just like she doesn't even know anything about spirituality, but she's just like being trifling, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, when you're functioning at a higher frequency, and if you're functioning as a goddess, that's why we, call it divine feminine. If you're functioning in your divine goddesshood, then I feel like it'd be easier for you to process not being so focused on the other woman, but focusing on yourself and focusing on the connection. Now, with that being said, you could be in separation, he could be running, whatever the situation may be. At what point, ask myself, at what point do you say enough is enough? At what point, will you end the cycle of, him leaving or her leaving, and coming back and leaving and coming back, and y'all doing this again and again and again and again? At what point does it stop? I feel like that's something that we have to do as women, is to say, okay, I see that this person or the situation is not serving me for my highest good. I know that, I dream about him. I can't stop thinking about him. I love him. I desire him. Yes, he's my twin flame. Yes, he's my soulmate. But that doesn't mean that the timing is now. That doesn't mean that you submit yourself to mistreatment, okay, in the connection. I think that we really need to do a lot of healing as women, as a divine feminine, to, bring the relationship together. Or even if we don't become in, or even if we don't end up being with our twin flame or soulmate, we need to do the healing for ourselves. So if spirit or the universe decides to say, okay, this cycle is over, I'm going to go ahead and send you a facilitator. We still have to be in place for the next relationship or even if our divine femme, or even if our divine masculine comes to us and are ready and honest, we still have to be in total alignment and in union with ourselves first, and be healed and evolve to a point where we can make the relationship grow and be harmonious. You know, we have to do the healing. So a little bit of my situation, I met my twin flame about 2 years ago. Now I've been up and down, all around, left and right, north, east, south, and west. Is this really my twin flame? Is it really my twin flame? When I first learned about twin flames, I'm thinking like, oh, this is going to be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, I even got a reading for myself. I have a spiritual mentor. And, you know, when I first got a reading for him, she was like, I see potential, you know, all of this. And as you all know, we have free will. So we can change the trajectory of our lives. So with that being said, with his free will and with my free will as well, he chose to lie and be manipulative because of hurt. Okay. Now I've been on my spiritual journey for a couple of years now, so I've done a lot of work. And so he hadn't started his. I really introduced him, and not to be boastful, but I introduced him to spirituality. You know, he's always been a spiritual person, but more on a religious standpoint. So just teaching him different aspects and how to be careful for women, period. He definitely has a player energy, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, if a guy has a player energy, that means that they allow a lot of women to come into their lives sexually, energetically, and they create a lot of soul ties. So with that being said, he was all webbed up and wrapped up in a lot of situations, energetically and spiritually, and even naturally on the 3D realm with other women. At the time, of course, I didn't know that upon meeting him, but as time has gone on, you know, I've learned that. But that was the kind of the beginning. We've had ons and off, ins and outs, you know. I was calling them round 1, round 2, round 3. Hell, I done lost track at this time. What round, you know, that we're on. But I'm okay. Y'all know what that means. It's like, done. Okay. But really focusing on myself. So, I had to understand, like, someone posed a question on, YouTube. They said, do you follow your heart or do you follow your intuition? It doesn't matter in what aspect in life. But because we're talking about love and relationships, I'm going to pose the question to you. Do you follow your heart or do you follow your intuition? My answer was, initially, I thought about it. I marinated on it. And it's like, I feel like I should follow my intuition, because our hearts, yes, we lead with our hearts. Yes, our heart chakra needs to be open and balanced. All of our chakras need to be open and balanced. But a lot of times, you know, we can love somebody so hard and want something so bad and have a connection with the person that we're thinking, okay, well, I'm going to fight. I'm going to stick through this, you know, through this thing. And spirit is tugging at your intuition and saying, let it go, let it go, let it go. Now, what let it go means is, to me, let it go means focus on yourself, do your healing, do what you need to do, focus on your business, focus on your children, just focus on other things in life that needs to be worked on and developed, instead of being so caught up on this relationship, this twin flame relationship, or this soulmate relationship, or this cosmic connection that you have with this person. Focus on other things in your life that needs work, you know, because the more we focus on what is he doing, he's running again, you know, should I chase him, is he going to come back, the more resistance that we're causing to be in that relationship. Or even because we're trying to help the universe fix the situation, and a lot of times we're not helping, we hurting the situation. And so I know this message is needed and in alignment, because basically that's what the cards is basically coming out and saying as well. So that was really confirmation for me. So as a woman, I say to you as a divine feminine, stop chasing after him. Stop texting him. Stop emailing him. Stop driving by his house. Scale back on looking at twin flame relationship tarot card readings. You know, you feel in your gut that, hey, look, this situation is not serving me. Even whenever we was on or round 1 or round 2, even when he was here, was he even respecting me? Was he respecting the union?